how did you sharpen your pen as a songwriter? I'm always like, I don't think people know the power of a songwriter.
Mm.
Like like how do you get better as a songwriter? Like, what's some tools that can help somebody get better as a songwriter?
Good question. So, I mean, I'm a huge music nerd. Like, I'm like really, I love music. I will sit there and, especially in the past, I used to sit there and just like study, sentence structures and rhyme schemes and, kind of like the rules of cadences. And I would go look at like what were the, top songs at the time and, study those songs and watch all the interviews of people who wrote the song. And, I just was always studying something or someone related to music for honestly most of my life, right? Like even
Mm-hmm.
when I was a little kid, like I wasn't doing anything. I was at the house studying this stuff. And that continued, into my early 20s too. And so I think that just studying other people is a great place to start. The next tool I would say is you should learn how to record yourself. You need to learn Pro Tools or Logic or whatever, right? Because if you're a songwriter and you can't record your own demos, that might be a little tough. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? To
yeah,
like be like,
yeah.
oh, I have this song idea. Because really, what people work off is like just sending demos to each other, right? We send files to each other in a text message. And
Wow.
it's like if you're this songwriter, you could have an amazing, gift to songwrite, but part of that is being able to package it as well to kind of get you into more doors. So I would definitely encourage if you're a songwriter, go ahead and learn how to record yourself and vocal produce and stack vocals and just so that whenever you do get into the rooms too, you're able to add value in other areas too.
Do you feel like people in the industry respect songwriters more than artists?
Um, I don't know. I don't know that I have an answer to that.
No, no. The reason I'm saying that is because you always hear, like I remember, and I'm just like you. Honestly, I was one of them kids. I love behind the music. I love Driven, all
Hmm.
them shows from back in the day. And
Yeah.
you always heard like I use Missy Elliott as an example. When people respected her to the point where she started dictating studio sessions for people, right?
Hmm.
So it'd be like the song. I don't know, you probably have the song. The song "All About the Benjamins" by like
Hmm.
Puff Daddy and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like she literally dictated how the song was going to go, who's going to write for Puff, who's going to do everything. But that took her time to get to that level
Yeah.
of people trusting her to the point, trusting her pen and her songwriting ability and her vocal production and all that to
Hmm.
trust her to do something like that. Because it's like, and all the people from the Locks were like, who is this girl? Who is telling us to do this? Like, and
Yeah.
probably looking at Puff at the time, like, why are you telling her to do that? But I
Hmm.
guess he respected her pen so much that she was like, yeah, I could dictate this whole situation, and I'm gonna make it sound fly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I think that's why the question I asked that, because I feel like sometimes, like you're saying, as a songwriter yourself, you don't have to wait for somebody to say, hey, here, Lee, here's a song. You ready to do this? You
Yeah.
want to do this? You could be like, I got 12 of these bad boys ready to go now. What you want?
Right.
What's good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
Yeah.
think that's why I asked that question.
No, I feel you. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a mixture of confidence and evidence.
Got you.
To be able to like go into a room and, kind of, be trusted with that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, one being able to have confidence and like sell your ideas, sell yourself.
Yeah.
So much of any industry really is relationship based anyway,
Got you. Got you.
and then also just like, you having proof that you're good at what you do, and there's different metrics to affirm that. But yeah, I would say that it's definitely a combination of confidence and evidence to get you to that space
Yeah.
in a room.
So do you feel like as a songwriter and as somebody who goes into the studio or probably already prepared and stuff like that, do you
Hmm.
feel like, man, I'm like, does songwriting, honestly, here goes, I guess the question is, songwriting sometimes can like try to push you further than what God would make you like, telling, like, if the Lord is like, hey, chill out real quick, chill out. It's a process. Does sometimes being a songwriter be like, I'm here already? Like, what's the process, Lord? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, does your songwriting ability sometimes push you past the point of you trying to move your career further than what God is trying to like have you in a place of just stillness?
Really good question. So I'm very, very intentional about collaborating with the Holy Spirit every single time I write, especially if it's for my stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, there are some songs that come out in 20 minutes. There are some songs that come out in 4 hours. There are some songs
Wow.
that take, you know, some months to kind of get the life experience and maybe even inspiration from a Bible verse or a revelation in prayer that's required to finish the song that I started, you know, a couple months ago, you know?
Got you.
So you know, that's a really good question because it's a craft and it's a skill, right? Writing a song,
Yeah,
just like singing is, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And you know, throwing a football, right? It's like you practice and you know, you get good at it and it becomes kind of second nature at some point, you know? But I really do have a lot of reverence for the Lord and the things that He's calling me to do with my music in this season and in my life, just the things that He saved me from and you know the ways that I've watched the experiences I've had make sense according to His plan, even when it didn't make sense for mine. So in my songwriting for my music, I never want to get ahead of the Lord. I never want to get ahead of the
Mm,
Holy Spirit because I take it very, very seriously. And the things that I've been delivered from, I owe it to the Lord to let Him lead me in that, no matter what I think I can do on my own, because I can't do anything on my own. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I had years of like, just going in and popping songs out and leaving and session hopping and moving fast, and that was fruitless. And I was suffering and I was miserable. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
wow, wow.
And music is something that is a gift from the Lord that I want to really take care of moving forward. So I'm very I never want to rush the Lord, and I've learned that. You know, I've learned that over the years.